What's up? You like that fog the edges thing? I definitely think it makes a difference. Hey, kids. So, what's up, you guys? Happy today. These two are being extra. Hey, everyone. So I've been working on this piece this week. I was inspired by a Victor painting of Labradorite. It's not where I want it, but I think I'm going to start adding resin and building up layers of it. I did record the painting of it. Okay. Let me just handle this.
Canvas!
Come here, Bowie.
Come here. Canvas.
Bowie, here.
Come here.
All right, I'm back. So, I did film this process. I will be posting it soon. Yeah. Right? Part of the puppy crew? Exactly. What's up, Julie? Clara, Jenny. Night till day art, panda puffs. I love it. No idea. So, who's up, TG? Andrea. I'll be in Alabama with Jeff and the pups tomorrow. We're going to be near Mobile working on a countertop. Hey, Sue. You should be getting the first of 3 boxes soon, Sue. If you haven't already. I'll check on tracking for you. So, I'm mixing up some resin for flooding this piece. I'm going to be, like I said a second ago, completing it, I guess, in an extra layer, because, you know, that's going to build some depth. Oh, you live in Mobile? Fun. What's up, Julie? Well, we're glad you're here, Kimmo. So, we're actually going to be in Bay Minette, but most people don't know where Bay Minette is, so I just say Mobile. We're going to be doing a countertop down there. It's going to be an awesome one. And we'll be filming it, of course. I'm glad you got the tumbler, TG. All right. So I went ahead and mixed my resin. This isn't going to be a very long video. I've got people coming in to pick up paint before we leave Texas in the morning. So it's going to be a quicker video. Yes, I will be posting a video of how the background was painted. It's hand painted, but honestly, it's not that difficult to do. And so I'll show you all the little blending techniques and what colors I used. Maybe I'll edit that on the way down to Mobile tomorrow. If Jeff is driving, then I'll get a chance to edit that down, and so I'll be able to post it tomorrow. So there won't be a live tomorrow because we'll be traveling, but we may be able to post a short if you guys are interested. So this piece was hand painted with acrylics, and I sealed it in with a varnish spray. I think it was Kimara varnish, but it could have been a different kind of archival spray. I did use matte just because, even though nothing that I used was alcohol based. So do with that what you will. If this was resin that I'm flood coating, then I would have to just sand it with like a 220 grit sandpaper in order to create a tooth for the second layer of resin to hold on to. However, since it is not resin on the first layer, it's gonna go ahead and grab onto the resin and I don't have to worry about any delamination of any sort. I'm gonna put just this smallest, tiniest amount of Resin Arts Gold Sparkle, like tiny amount, because I want to warm it up. I want to bring out the yellowy green tones, but I don't want to make my resin cloudy in the least, because that will brighten up the fogged dark edges that I have on here. So very, very minimal.
Wait, when it says 1/3, it's just a cup and then just a little bit?
It's gonna be the size of your thumb on that one for a third. But it's also one of the smaller ones, the second to smallest metal one.
It says 1 and then 1/3.
Yeah, so a whole one and then your thumb.
And then just a little bit.
Yeah. So a lot of people ask if you can put colorant or glitter or anything in a flood coat. Putting this minuscule of amount of a powder this fine won't change the chemical makeup of your flood coat. It's not going to decrease the durability or the FDA or anything like that. And also particles that are suspended, like micas and glitters, are going to sink a bit. While they're suspended, they're just going to slowly sink as the resin's curing. So I won't really have to worry about anything being surface side or messing anything up like that. So typically you want to mix between 3 and 6 ounces per square foot depending on your application. And that is very math. And I don't really math that well. I usually have to phone a friend if I have to math something. So I mixed 8 ounces for this 24-inch, actually probably 9 ounces for this 24-inch hexagon. I can find no resin calculators online for hexagons, but there are ones for figuring out diameter for your circles, volume for your casting tables, and then obviously for squares and rectangles, there's a lot of calculators online out there that'll figure that for you. So I'm just going to use my hand to move everything around. This is also further mixing my resin by doing this. Now, if you don't know, resin is going to self-level. It's going to make itself level out to an 1/8 inch. And then anything past that, if there's a break of the surface tension on the edge, like if there's a round over, then it's going to keep flowing off. But this board is a right angle, so I don't anticipate losing that much product. But I'm still only pushing the resin up to the edge and not going over it just yet, because I want to make sure I have everything covered on the surface so that it'll self-level on the surface instead of leveling itself off of the edge. I hope that makes sense. You really want to make sure you have enough product to stretch the surface of whatever you're pouring on, because if you have not enough resin, you'll end up with kind of a wavy surface, And if you use something gloss under your resin, you could even end up with fish eyes if you don't have enough resin mixed. In my opinion, it's always better to mix a little bit more resin than what you need. You can always make something with it. You can make it a sample piece, do coasters, fill a mold. So many options. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to be working on a piece and then have to stop and mix resin for 3 minutes or so. It's just unnecessary. So if you have it, I always recommend just mixing a little bit over what you calculate and then utilizing it however you want to after the fact. So let me move this so that that glare isn't too in the way. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to avoid the glare. So I have everything down. I'm gonna hit it with some heat to pop the bubbles. I don't wanna use too much heat because you don't wanna thin out your resin too much. Again, when you heat your resin, you're thinning it, and thinner resin is going to travel more. And so if somewhere has broken the surface tension, then it's gonna flow off the piece, particularly if you've thinned out your resin too much. I usually heat my piece right after I pour it, and then I'll come back and heat it again after like 10 or 15 minutes, because when I heat it and oops, I don't know, you guys are facing over there. So when I heat it and let everything settle, having heated the resin and thinning it is going to allow the deeper bubbles to be able to come up to the surface more easily and just pop on their own. But just, okay. Shh. But just in case, okay. Just in case I don't get it all popped the first time around. Okay, Bowie. Then the second round of heat usually pops in everything enough. I was thinking about putting a matte UTC over this, but yeah, I'll be there in just a second. Unless you want to come do this flyover for me. Using a resin heating pad is not bad, but you can get away with just putting your resin in a warm water bath and not have to spend that money on a heating pad. Just remember that every time you heat your resin, you're gonna cut into your working time, because when resin starts to cure, it's because it's warmer. I don't know if it's endothermic or exothermic. It's a science term, but one of those, thermics, is why.
It's thermic.
You wanna fly over it for me
You guys are gonna get a flyover. One little flyover. Oh, she put a little bling in there. She painted this thing all day, y'all. She get into it. There's a guy here that bought some colors from her, so she has to take care of that for now. You know, we have a light up there, so it's a little... It's like wherever we go, there's some sort of light, something, because then there's the window. another light. So I think it looks great. Look at that. It looks great. I like all those little blings. You can really see the bling in the black side over here. Thank you, Chemo. Science with Erica again. Oh man, TS, she's all about the, we call it e-science. She really got into some details, didn't she? Looks like we got just a little bit. Where's her tweezers at? Oh, something over here. Did she heat it yet, or you guys, or you don't know? She put any? Yeah, TG it does. Thanks, Gail. No heat yet. All right. All right, so let's just do just a one time over with some heat. I think that's good. Once that settles down, it won't be wrinkly. She did torch it. She did one torch over. Yeah, because she was messing with it when I walked over here, so it'll be all right.
I'm gonna have to use my phone to run a card.
Okay. All right. Well.
So you guys, I hope you learned something with our flood coat video. I will be posting the whole full process video this week. We won't be live tomorrow, but we will be live this week on location in Lower Alabama. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome evening. Be kind to one another because you never know what someone's going through.
And always remember, we do the test,
so you don't have to. Woo!
All right. You guys have an awesome night. Bye.
I said bye.